Hello, my people. Welcome to another video of mine. Welcome to Vibes and Logic. And on today's episode, we are here to react on Mehdi Hasan's video. I know I'm late on this, but bear with me. There's a whole lot for me to do. So, I finally had time, and I'm like, listen, let me react to this video. And yeah, I've watched bits and pieces of the videos, and listen, it was a torture. Anyone that knows Mehdi Hasan, please call him, be calling him and checking up on him, because he went through like a mental trauma. I don't think, or I wouldn't like to be in his shoes to experience all of this stupidity. This is stupidity on highest level. I thought I've seen it all, I've heard it all, but this video proved to me that, listen, there's a lot for me to like. There's a whole lot of different people out there. And before I react to this video, let me let you guys know a little bit of my background. I'm from Africa, I'm from Ghana, and I would like you guys to also hear our perspective, we Africans, when it comes to these issues, like when it comes to geopolitical issues, because in Africa there's a whole lot going on. So we are focusing on our continent because we are trying as much as we could to phase out these old selfish leaders who are ruling our country, to set up a new rule that goes in line with what we Africans want. So we are in that process, and with it's going on. So you're going to see a new face of new Africa. We are going to take our country in our hands, because even though these leaders are pretending that they are in charge, we know the ones in charge. So we are in that process. So disclaimer, listen, I'm not going to show no empathy to these guys. I'm not going to be respectful, because the kind of things that I heard, these people don't deserve respect. One thing that I'm going to tell you guys is, when you meet a radical person, we've tried as much as possible to be cordial with them, to be to show maturity, to be respectful, but these people, they always think that we are stupid just because we're trying to be civilized. So I'm not going to be civilized on these guys. Like, I'm going to go in hard on them. So without further ado, let's just go on and react to the video.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. I'm Mehdi.
I would just like to ask, what makes someone pro-crime versus, anti-crime?
I think when you're soft on criminals, when you let criminals out of prison, when you pardon people who've assaulted police officers, you're pro-criminal. Donald Trump pardoned almost 1,600 people who were involved in January the 6th. I think 600 of them had been charged with assaulting a police officer or obstructing a police officer. 170 had pled guilty to assaulting a police officer. 70 had pled guilty to assault with a deadly weapon. J.D. Vance said, we're not going to pardon the violent criminals from January 6th. Donald Trump pardoned all of them. Are you okay with that?
I would say January 6th is a very special case. I would say it's almost a climax point in history. I would just phrase the question this way. Right now in the LA protests, if they were to, just for example, they were to rush the capital of LA, I mean, they'd have to move over all the homeless people living in tents on the steps of the Capitol. But if they were managed to get into the Capitol and they were just protesting, peacefully, let's say police officers were rushing them in. They were letting them in and saying, hey, you guys can go in, like we have many testimonies that say.
What about the violent ones, though?
Okay, violent ones like
Like a man named David Dempsey, a judge, a Reagan-appointed judge, sentenced him to 20 years in prison. He stomped on police officers' heads. The judge said his conduct was exceptionally egregious. He attacked police officers with flagpoles and pepper spray. Donald Trump pardoned him. There's a man named Daniel Rodriguez. He got 12 years in prison for taking a stun gun and tasing a police officer in the neck and giving him a heart attack. The judge said he was a one-man army of hate. Donald Trump pardoned him. Does that not make Trump pro-criminal? He's letting violent criminals out of prison.
I would say no, it doesn't make him pro-criminal.
You're okay with that?
I did not say that. I said that one pardon against somebody.
It was 1,600 pardons. 600 of those were people charged
one
with...
example that you just gave me.
I can give you more. Should I keep going?
Fine. And I'll say the exact same thing every single time.
Then your argument will fall apart because it's not just one example if I keep going.
Go for it then.
Okay, Shane Jenkins got 7 years in prison for 9 criminal offenses, attacking police with a deadly weapon, destroying government property.
How do pardons that probably shouldn't have happened turn into pro-crime?
So you've
My God, I want to ask, do these people speak English at all? These are the same people that tells you when you come to America and you speak different language, they always tell you, oh, speak English. But these goddamn stupid motherfuckers don't understand English. They don't speak English. Like, I don't know if like they are deliberately acting as if they don't understand what he doesn't understand what he's saying. But this motherfucker don't speak English. He doesn't understand English.
Agreed that they shouldn't have been pardoned.
Sure, but that wasn't your.
Like, do they understand the meaning of pro-crime? When we say someone is pro-crime, do they understand the meaning of pro-crime? With all the list that Mehdi Hasan gave him, he said, how can someone who pardon people is pro-crime? Like, do these people understand English at all?
Claim was January 6th. Your claim was Trump is pro-crime.
Yeah, because he pardons criminals.
Okay, I would say that's a fault.
Let's talk about non-January 6 people.
Okay.
He's pardoned people like Paul Walchak recently, who took millions of dollars from his own employees, was sentenced to tax crimes, had to pay back $4 million. Trump pardoned him. He bought himself a $2 million yacht. Why is he pardoning criminals like that?
Well, I don't know. I don't think you should. I don't think really presidential pardon should be a thing at all. But I
agree.
I don't think that.
All right, pause.
That means something.
You've been voted out by the majority. Please return to your seat.
Thanks.
Oh goddamn! If I was to be the parent of this guy, like I'll be ashamed of I'll be ashamed of him. I'll be ashamed of, like this is total humiliation. How could you come on it? Like, it's like you're going to face someone like Mehdi Hasan. You should know that Mehdi Hasan, he has faced all the juggernaut. Like I don't see anybody. Listen, I don't see anybody in this world when it comes to topics like this. Like. Outshining Mehdi Hasan. I started listening to Mehdi Hasan since when he was debating in Cambridge and Oxford University about 10 years back. And this man has been on point. He has been on point. And I want to ask myself, like, Mehdi Hasan is a treasure because people like Mehdi Hasan don't like. It will take generation before we find someone like Mehdi Hasan. Like, he should be on top when it comes to journalism, like when it comes to debate. I've never seen anyone like him, period. Sometimes I ask myself, like, with all the knowledge, with all the reading and updating himself on topics, like on everything, does he have time for his family? Does he have time for himself? Does he have time for his wife? Because listen, I do some readings and trust me, I do some research and trust me, it's not an easy task. It's not. That's who's going to be the next lunatic.
Mehdi.
You're from northern UK, I guess?
I'm from London, North London.
Okay, fair enough. What's your ethnic background, if you don't mind my asking?
My parents are from India.
Okay, perfect. Just getting premise here. First of all, I want to say
The premise of Donald Trump being pro-crime.
No. I want to concern myself with why you care about what's happening in the U.S., first and foremost. Secondly, I want to say this.
He is a goddamn American. Where did Jubilee get these people from? Look at his face. Like, where do Jubilee get this type of people from?
Let's not interrupt each other.
Look at his face. Like, he looks like he's on crack. Like, he was on crack the whole night and he couldn't sleep. So, but then he has to force himself to be at the place because this is a place that he can exhibit his ignorance to millions of people. Let's go. I'm down for this. And listen, guys, I'm on your ass.
Because I have this thing, like people know I have this thing. I have to stay calm, okay? So here's the thing. I am happy that he released J6. In fact, so much so that I was prepared to protest if he didn't.
Okay.
So when you say, are you okay that he's pro-crime? Sure, because you know what? We're changing the definition of what crime is, first and foremost.
You don't think stomping on police officers' heads is a crime?
I don't think it's no longer a relevant conversation anymore. You're
Really?
arguing. No, it's not, because you know what? Okay, have you seen the U.S. in the last 4 or 5 years?
Yes, I've
BLM
lived
protests.
there for a
Have you
while.
seen? Okay, I myself have been involved in these protests. I've seen egregious things that you couldn't even imagine.
So we have
being
no
done to
rules there?
conservatives. It's not about that. It's about tribal warfare.
Okay.
That's where we're at in the U.S. I don't know where you're at in the U.K. You're from India, so I don't really.
I'm not from India.
Oh, sorry, your parents are from India, so
I'm an American
you have
citizen.
your own states.
I'm an American, you know.
You're an American citizen?
Yes.
Okay, fair enough. I don't know how you got that.
These guys don't even know, like, goddamn. You see, I have something that I always tell my friends, and I tell them that, listen, America is the only place that you find someone who has gone through, like, all the educational system, even finished college, but they are dumb. Listen, regardless of all the education, of how fluent you are in English, if you don't have common sense, you are dumb. That is the definition of dumbness. Imagine you live in America, you don't even know that people can be Americans by naturalization, like by birth. The Americans by different ways. Oh my God.
But fair enough. Here's the thing.
Are you an American citizen?
Absolutely.
Okay.
But here's the
Not
thing.
sure how you got that, but okay.
Born here.
Okay.
Born here, and my family lineage is settlers from the 1500s, so I have some stake in the
Okay.
claim here. Okay.
But you're
a little different.
But you're
than
a
yours.
descendant of immigrants, settlers,
I didn't know.
colonialists.
Yeah,
You don't
colonials.
look, you don't look
yeah.
very Native American to me.
I am Native American. Whites
not.
are Native Americans. What are you
Sorry,
talking about?
you're not.
What are you talking about?
You're not.
Whites are Native Americans.
Really?
I think
What was
you're-
happening before the 1500s?
I think you're getting confused with.
I don't mind going on a tangent, but what was happening?
This is the first time that I've heard that a white person is saying he's from Native American. Does he even understand the meaning of Native American? Or does he understand the meaning of native?
No, calm down. I think you're getting.
What was happening before the 1500s?
There was indigenous people here that came here from
Do you know
Asia.
what indigenous means?
Listen, before
Indigenous
America,
people.
He doesn't know what indigenous mean. Exactly what I'm saying. He doesn't know what the meaning of a Native American means. He doesn't know what the meaning of indigenous means. Like, these people speak English, but they don't understand shit. They don't understand shit. Americans do, like, these people don't understand English.
Can't
Are you
come
gonna let
from
me
somewhere
finish?
else.
Why do you ask a question if you're going to interrupt?
I'm not sure if you know what the meaning of indigenous means.
I do know what it means. It
Doesn't
means
sound
they
like it.
came here first, right? They came here from Asia by way of land bridge. Have an argument with Neil deGrasse Tyson or anybody else about that. I don't care.
Is he an American?
I genuinely don't care. Yes, he is.
Okay, just checking.
My point is, okay?
Nothing to do with crime. So far, you've agreed with me that these people
Because
are
you're
criminals.
derailing, dude. I'm trying
You
to stay on
literally
track.
sat down and asked me where I'm from. I think you derailed this
I think you got
conversation from the
offended
get-go.
by that, but I'm because
I'm
I'm
not offended. I'm
always
just
curious-
wondering what it
because
has to do with
I'm
crime.
always curious.
We're going to talk about
why-
immigration. Don't worry. Later on, you can come back.
I hope so.
Right now, you're doing a very bad job of making the case that he's not pro-crime
I just
and
got a
pro-criminal.
round of applause. I could probably get another one actually if I asked for it.
Wow.
So I don't think I'm
is
doing
this how
as
you
bad.
get rounds of applause? You sit in a room with 20 people who agree with you. Wow, amazing. Amazing. That
Well,
must
wait
make you
till
feel
this comes
good.
out. You know what? I'm
20
actually
people
glad
agree
you're
with
getting
you,
this
applauded you.
emotionally outraged right
Wow.
now. This is great.
I love it.
Do I have to say anything at this point, or are you just going
Please.
to keep going?
No, please.
Okay.
Make your claim.
Well, my claim is that I don't care if it's pro-crime. You want to
Okay,
go back to the
so
topic of
so
conversation?
that's fine. We agree then. He's pro-crime
But
and you
I have
don't
a
care.
question for you though. Do you care on the opposite side of the spectrum?
Yes.
Do you care about law being administered
Yes.
to the opposite side of the
Yes.
spectrum?
I think
when they're
anyone
doing
who
the same?
assaults a police officer shouldn't be pardoned. I think that Donald Trump shouldn't have pardoned 9 Republican members of Congress who were convicted of crimes, and I don't think Joe Biden should commit.
I don't
think
think you
Democrats should
understand.
pardon Democrats.
Fair, but I don't
We
think
both
you
agree.
understand where we are in the U.S. then.
I think I do.
No, because you're
I think I do
arguing
this for
from
a
a
living.
position of like a U.S. that doesn't exist anymore. We're headed towards
So
tribal-
nihilism, no laws, nothing matters.
It's not about
everyone's pro-crime.
It's not about that. It's that
That's
conservatives
convenient.
conservatives for too long have been playing it safe. They've been playing by the
Really?
law. They've been playing
been
it by the
playing by
book.
the law?
Yes, they have.
Maybe you missed the Bush presidency. Did you live here during the Bush years?
Conservatives are
Didn't
so
play by the
concerned.
law, George W.
Let me
Bush, nor did
finish.
Ronald Reagan.
Let's be respectful to you. Let me finish.
I'm not sure you've been that respectful, but okay.
I'm trying to bring it back, so let's both bring it back.
That's
okay.
good.
I'm conservative. Okay.
Really?
Let me tell you this. We do play it too safe. We've been playing it by the book for too long. At this point, gloves are off, right? The left has made their point. They're willing
Are
to
the
do.
police force in Washington the left?
Yes.
why were
Are
they
you
assaulting?
kidding me? The left? Are you?
wow.
Are you insane?
Police officers.
Look. Okay. Look
Wow.
at LA right here. You think those stand down? Those stand down.
You think the LAPD are a bunch of liberal Marxists?
No, but I
Really?
think they listen to liberal Marxists who tell them what to do.
okay.
I think they listen to who signs their paychecks at the
Can
end
I
of the
just
day
check,
who are
because
liberal
you're doing
Marxists.
lots of little diversions. We both agree Donald Trump's pro-crime, you're just fine with it.
No,
Is that the position?
I don't.
That's what you've
agree
said
with
so
your-
far
I don't
for about
agree with your
5 minutes.
I don't agree with your definition.
What's
of
your
crime.
definition of crime?
It doesn't
Stomping
matter.
on a police officer's head
No,
is not
what-
a crime.
no,
That's your
what I'm
definition
saying-
of crime as the
keeps getting
Native
at it.
American.
I am Native American.
If you say so.
So going back to the topic at hand.
Oh
we
my
have
God,
different
this
definitions
this
of
guy
crime.
is lunatic. Like, listen, this guy is dumb. Like, At this moment, Mehdi Hasan is like a Mehdi is just like playing with him. It's like a it's like a Mehdi Hasan is treating him like a toddler.
Because you're
That's
talking
convenient. There's a criminal code in this country. It's called the U.S. Criminal Code.
You know what? Let's focus on what we agree on. I'm sure you and I actually agree on a lot more.
Do we
than
agree
you
that
realize.
people shouldn't stomp on police officers' heads? Can we agree on that? If you don't agree on that, then I really think this conversation is kind of
No,
pointless.
because first of all, you're saying what? That the police have the authority, that they're given the authority. I don't accept the authority that's been given by liberal
conservative position.
I'm
the conservative are pro-police.
Then you don't know what a real. Hey, listen,
So
you're
we
in a room
redefine
with
crime.
juggernauts right now.
We
Okay?
redefine
I'm telling you right now,
conservatives.
you are going to be blown open if you think that my
if we're going to
position
struggle
is
with the
right,
English
you
language
have
for the
no
next couple
idea.
hours, then yeah.
Exactly what I'm saying. Like, these people don't understand English. I don't know if deliberately, but these people, they don't understand English. Trust me. Listen, I'm getting headache already. I don't know. Oh my God. So Mehdi Hasan has to go through this over 1 hour. Let me see how many minutes more. Over 1 hour. 1 hour, 40 minutes. He has to go through all this mental torture from these people over 1 hour. I'm already 9 minutes in it and I'm already having a headache.
What you're up against right now, okay?
100%.
Yeah. Newsflash, the conservatives are liberal to me, okay? Neocons, libertarians, all those mainstream people, they might as well be leftists to me, okay? That's how far to the right I am. Do you understand my position? So when
I
you
kinda guessed it when you sat down.
say, about obeying police, why would I give the authority to police? Do you know here in America?
Do you think Donald Trump should be pardoning 9 members of Congress who committed financial crimes?
Let me see if I can remember his name right, because it's
pro-financial
so-
crime?
Do
Are
you
you
know who
pro-financial crime?
Do you know
All
who
right,
Thomas
pause.
Timbo is?
Pause.
I think the people who clapped you voted you out.
All right. Head back to your seat. You've been voted out by the majority.
I swear to God, this guy is on
Nice to meet you.
drugs. He's on drugs.
With Trump being anti-constitution, I don't really care, to be quite frankly,
Okay.
because in regards to the Constitution is a document that should seek to serve us.
Yes.
And when it fails to seek to serve us, that can be amended. Laws can be changed. And quite frankly, the fact is, we're defending things in this country that shouldn't be defended. The First Amendment should not defend pornography and making children and women be victimized. Making women and children be victimized as a result of that.
So he said the First Amendment shouldn't defend pornography. Do you believe all these guys sitting out there, they are not addicted to porn? I'm not saying porn is a good thing, but this should be the last people to talk about addiction of pornography. Like, these are the guys who are addicted to such things. And let's not even go further. The president that you are defending used to hang around with porn stars, and also he used to have an affair with porn star to the extent that he was caught paying harsh money to a porn star. So when it comes to a pioneer of porns, your president, the man that you are supporting, the man that you voted for, I don't even know how the hell America relegated themselves to the extent that they vote for someone like Joe Biden and Donald Trump as a president. Like, who is the last good president in America? Or America is more like America is allergic to like a good people with good aura. Like, they always like people who look at Donald Trump. He looks unkempt. He looks orange. His hair is messy. His type of styling is shit. Like, you look at this person and then like you idolize such person. This person with a whole lot of negativity. My God. So if you want to stop porn, go and talk to your president, the man that you support, and tell him that, ask him why was he hanging around with porn stars? Why was he paying harsh money to porn stars? Before you come here to preach us about porn.
I think things like blasphemy shouldn't be allowed per the First Amendment. I think that, quite frankly, there are a lot of legal processes that are enabling criminals and bad people to fully enact their will in this country in the name of the Constitution or following the Constitution. So, quite frankly, if Trump is anti-Constitution,
What the fuck would this guy with quite frankly? Is that the only phrase that he can use to start a sentence? What the fuck, man? quite frankly, listen, you better don't use that phrase again.
Good, and I think he should go further.
So this is wonderfully revealing of the modern conservative mindset. So I appreciate you spelling it out so openly. Just checking, do you support the Second Amendment?
I do.
Okay, surprise, I was shocked to hear that. I'm saying that Donald Trump is defying the First Amendment, the Fourth Amendment, the Fifth Amendment, the 14th Amendment. He's thinking of defying the 12th and 22nd Amendments. You're saying you don't care about the Constitution, but actually you do because you quite like the Second Amendment. You just don't like the bits that you disagree with. Can I just be clear on that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
I'm more than willing to amend it and include
whenever
the
it's in
Second
your
Amendment.
favor.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. So can Democrats do the same when they're in office?
No, absolutely not. Because
you don't
it's the
believe in
friend enemy.
democracy?
No, I don't. Absolutely not.
What do you believe in?
Quite
Autocracy.
frankly,
By who?
Honestly, quite frankly, anyone who is in line with Catholic teaching.
Donald Trump is not Catholic.
Of course, he's not. I completely agree, and
so
that's part of the problem.
Trump? You don't support Trump?
No, I don't. I didn't even vote for him. I wrote in like John Pork or someone. I can't even remember.
Why did you vote if you don't believe in democracy and you want autocracy?
Well, because quite frankly, I voted. I kind of voted just to.
I came with this.
listen, if this guy say another quite frankly, I'll get in the TV and slap the shit out of him.
Argument, but I'm bored of my own argument. I'm much more interested in this. So
yeah, absolutely.
How do we get to an autocracy?
I think, quite frankly, that if we are able to enact
This
local
motherfucker, this
leaders,
dumb fuck can't help
I think,
himself.
quite frankly, these far-right conservatives sitting right around
White
me.
people?
Yeah,
No
absolutely.
brown people. So,
Well,
some
actually,
of you guys,
I have quite.
some of the people in this room don't make the cut from what I can see visually.
Actually,
Okay.
hold on for a moment. I do think that there are people who happen to not be white who do actually have history in this country and have roots in this country. For instance, from the Mexican-American War, we subsumed a lot of territory of people who have far stakes in this country who happen to be Hispanic or what have you.
Okay.
I'm for defending the traditional demographics of this country, which is majority white and should stay that way.
How does the United States... I mean, we've gone so off topic, but how does the United States look like under you? Sorry, what's your name?
My name is, my name's Connor. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Took a little bit of a doubt there.
Oh,
to say
well,
your name.
I use
Connor,
a pseudonym online,
fair enough,
but
Connor,
fair enough.
How would Connor's America look? What would it look like?
Well, quite frankly, I think we would deport people who shouldn't be here.
No, I didn't ask about deporting. What does the government look like?
What does the government look like?
Yeah.
I would say, quite frankly, it's under a sort of benevolent
Mr. Quite
leader, such as-
frankly? Wait, listen, if I was to be his neighbor and I see him, I'll be like, Mr. Quite frankly, how are you? Quite frankly. If I was to be his neighbor, I swear he's going to move out because I'm going to torment him. I'm going to make his life a living hell.
Where does he come
Franco?
from?
It could be a kind of aristocratic class, could be someone
No, but who picks the autocrat?
frankly, the people. I mean, we could hold a vote on it. Kings
So
were
isn't
paid.
that democracy?
Well, sure. You can have a vote to get to.
I told you these guys don't understand English. They use words that they don't understand. He talks about democracy, but then all the things that he was indicating are all part of democracy.
That state.
And then no more votes afterwards.
Absolutely.
Wow.
100%.
Wow. And if that autocrat kills you and your family, you're fine with that?
Well, I'm not going to be a part of the group that he kills because
How do you
that's the
know?
whole thing.
How do you know?
Carl Schmitt
Autocrats tend to kill everyone,
Carl
even their own
Schmitt makes
supporters.
this point very well in his work. It's the friend-enemy distinction, right? You
Carl
liberals,
Schmitt, the Nazi theoretician.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't care.
Are you a fan of the Nazis?
I frankly don't care being called a Nazi at
I
all.
didn't say that. I
Doesn't
didn't
matter
actually
to
say
me.
that. I said, are you a fan of them?
Once upon a time, it used to be hard for people to come out and spill this about themselves. But now, we live in the era where it's free for people to come out to show their true image because we have someone called Donald Trump who has made it easy. Like, I read something online that said America has never stopped being racist. Americans are open racist because Donald Trump has made it okay for them. That is why you see people come out these days. To the extent that you have neo-Nazis who are coming out wearing... I can tell you for a fact, this guy will be the part of people that will be these people who goes around wearing masks with swastikas on their clothes, walking around shouting a whole lot of racist things. And when they were attacked or when they were faced, they ran away. This will be that type of people. When you see them, damn fat ass low life people. But then, yeah, we live to see. So I'm going to tell you guys something. If you don't believe in this ideology, train your children how to handle these kind of people. Don't ever. Listen, them times that we used to teach our kids how to be respectful, how to be civilized. I'm teaching my kids to be savages. I mean savages. If you touch any of my kids, like, you should know what is coming on your way. I'm teaching my kids how to defend themselves. Yeah. And we are going to see, because first of all, your kids will not be stronger than my kids. Yeah. My kids have like a really nice gene. And we fight. I'm from a fighting place. So let's see who is going to survive.
Nazis.
Well, they persecuted the church a little bit. I'm not a fan of that. But
what about the persecution of the Jews?
Well, I mean, I certainly don't support anyone's human dignity being assaulted. I'm a Catholic.
But you don't condemn Nazi persecution of the Jews?
I think that there was a little bit of persecution and stuff like that, which is bad.
We may have to rename this show because you're a little bit more than a far-right Republican.
Hey, what can I say?
I think you can say, I'm a fascist.
Yeah, I am.
Listen, to people who are listening to me, if you watch this video, you see right now I'm angry. I'm not laughing anymore. If you watch this video to this point, I want you to know something. You see, I live in Germany. The Nazis that you know were Nazis, and the Confederate in America, the Ku Klux Klans, and all of these people, they have offspring. And these offsprings are in this system. They have generation that they've created. And if you ever think that these people never passed their ideology to this generation of today, like, you are dreaming. You are out of touch. That is what I'm telling you. Listen, teach your kids how to defend themselves. Teach your kids to know, because these people, they are teaching their kids to do something to your kids. I don't want to mention something, but they are teaching your kids to do something bad to your kids. So teach your kids how to defend themselves from these people, because I know how to defend myself from these people. I've been in Germany for so many years. I've never experienced racism in my life because I'm 6'3" and I'm fucked up, jacked. You understand? And I know how to fight. I did all of that because I know the place that I am. I know the people that are around. So if I'm walking like a cyborg. I don't feel no threat because I know racist people are cowards. They will never take on someone like me. They will never. You can say things at my back, but you're never going to face me. I swear to God, listen, I don't want to sound like violence, but I'm going to do something to you.
Absolutely.
I'm just checking who's clapping just to get my set of where everyone is on this. Because you know that millions of people are going to be watching you on YouTube and checking out who the fascists and the Nazis are.
I'm not ashamed of that whatsoever.
No, clearly you're not.
During the pre-war period, prior to World War II, it was only those parties that properly enacted the people's will. That's why they won. The conservatives were fat cats, they were aristocrats, they didn't care.
Are you in favor of killing people who aren't like you?
Quite frankly, I'm not.
You mentioned Franco earlier. Franco killed a lot of innocent people.
Oh, well, he killed communists. He killed people who raped nuns and killed priests.
What about children who he killed and women who he killed?
What are you talking about?
This guy talking about he killed communists, but all the things that you want your country to be, you want your country to be communist. Like, these people are dumb. It's like, we hate the Chinese way. We hate the Arab ways. We hate the Yemenis because there's no democracy. We hate North Korea because there's no democracy. We hate Russia. They are communists. There's no democracy. But then we want the same thing in our country. We want the same thing in our country, but we hate it when other people do. it's cool when white people do it. But then if you're not white or you're not American and you're in Asia or you're in Africa, we don't like it when you do that. But then we want it in our country. This is what I'm saying. Racist people are always jealous. Like when you see a racist person, it's not like he doesn't like someone because of his color or something. They don't like you because, you know, you are cool, you are handsome, you are stronger than them, you have high IQ than them. So that is why they hate you. It's not like they hate you because, oh, you are black or anything. They hate because they cannot be like you. Like they cannot bring offspring like you. You are dominating the basketball. Like they watch you. They wish to be like you.
He never killed any women or children. He was Catholic.
He only killed combatants. Is that what you're claiming?
Yeah, he only killed combatants.
Never killed any innocent people.
The white terror was only punishing those people who did acts of terrorism. And again, are you supporting like raping innocent women? Nuns, dude. Killing priests? I mean, priests don't brandish guns and kill people.
You just refuse to condemn the Nazi Holocaust, my friend. I don't think you're in a position to ask anyone any questions.
I quite frankly don't care what you think about me. If
frankly,
I'm a Nazi and being a Nazi, being a Nazi means upholding human dignity, because I even believe in your dignity. I don't, in a state that I was running, I wouldn't want to hurt you or anything like that. But quite frankly,
I don't debate fascists.
Okay. So do you concede then? I mean, why?
Do I concede you're a fascist who won't condemn the Nazis?
Yeah.
Yes, I concede that.
Okay, great. So I mean, what are we doing here? Because I mean, you just seem offended.
What you're doing here,
you just seem offended, to be quite frankly. Like
I'm offended by people who can't condemn the Nazis.
Of course, I have feelings. I'll be offended. Like, what the fuck, man? Like, you could tell in the eyes of. I told you guys, like, it's going to be a long day for Mehdi Hasan. It was a long day for Mehdi Hasan. Mehdi Hasan will be like, God damn, I still have this amount of hours to face this dumbass, to face these losers.
Nazis, yes, I am.
Okay. Well, I condemn the evils that they did, but I don't really care about
Jews?
being. Yeah, sure. I don't care about being called a Nazi.
Sure.
Is the whole thing.
I never called you a Nazi.
I care
you
about
called
doing
yourself
the right
a Nazi,
thing.
a fascist, and a General Franco supporter.
Well, yeah, I am a General Franco supporter. He was awesome. He was so super cool, quite frankly.
Yes,
because the whole
And you
thing,
don't believe in democracy.
I don't believe in democracy.
What are you doing here at a televised debate?
Because,
this is democracy. Don't want to debate and disagree.
Because it is the means to support an end. The reason we have free speech now is because we want to be openly talking about our opinions so we can get the state that we want. But it doesn't mean upholding free speech after we win. Again, I mentioned
the only good thing about this fascist moment we're in is that you guys are so open about it.
Exactly what I said. The only good reason is that, but I heard some people saying Jubilee should stop this because, listen, Jubilee should continue to do this regardless of wherever. Listen, they should continue to do this because we want to see their faces. So, like, it gives you the opportunity to know who they are, to know who your neighbor is. So, Jubilee should continue on doing this. And we are going to watch Jubilee. Shout out to Jubilee.
The whole reason I mentioned Carl Schmitt earlier, and you kind of blew past him, is the friend-enemy distinction. Even liberals, when they take power, they want to enact policies and they want to enact protections for their people and their ideas, and they're willing to punish their enemy. And so I'm the same way. I'm like, hey, if you're going to punish me, I'm going to get in power, and I'm going to frankly punish you when you try to leverage power against me. Just that simple.
I don't need to be a fascist.
I'm not sure what you want to say.
Hey, it is what it is.
All right. Pause. You've been voted out by the majority. Please return to your seat.
It's a pleasure to meet you, sir.
I can't say the same, but... Hey, how's it going? I'm Mehdi.
What's going on, man? Nice to meet you. All right, so first, before I start, I need to know what you mean by good. I can talk about the economy, I can talk about culture, I can talk about all those things. I need to know what you mean.
All of them. I'm saying immigrants are good for the economy. They're good for culture.
Lower wages are
they're
good for the economy?
society. Where's the lower wages?
What do you mean, where's the lower wages?
Where are the lower wages?
Yeah, so you can
What's
look
the
at
basis for saying there are lower wages?
Sure, so you can look at like the STEM industry. It's been in like a complete and total recession. There's been tons of studies like from the Economic Policy Institute that shows that like companies like Tesla, companies from like Silicon Valley, they engaged in mass firing of workers, around 35,000, but then they hired around 12,000 H-1B visas. And it's kind of just standard economic thinking.
It's not standard economic thinking. The vast majority of economists and economic studies suggest that there is a negligible, if no impact on wages over time from immigrants. In fact, your colleague mentioned earlier, construction, there is actually evidence in construction, yes. But in some industries, in some areas, there is an impact. But overall, no. In fact, a study from the National Bureau of Economic Research found that migrants since 1965 have raised wages and raised innovation.
Who's that by?
National Bureau for Economic Research.
No, hold on. That's where you publish studies. I'm asking
yes,
for
I didn't memorize the names of the authors.
Yeah, I know you didn't, right?
Can you give me the authors you've got?
Yeah, hold on. The study you're talking about is from Giovanni Perry, and what he did is he didn't account for aggregation issues, nor did he...
The vast majority of studies...
Let me speak.
Please.
Yeah, thank you, right? So listen, he didn't account for aggregation issues, right? And when you look at like the spatial approach, which is what all these economists use, you're not accounting for the fact that when immigrants come into an area, natives leave. If you look at an occupational approach where you look at the specific firms that immigration's going into, like Kim, ETAL 2013 did, you find a net negative impact when there's a 10% increase of immigration. You find around a 0.5% decline in wages when it comes to the specific occupations they're going to.
So
all your studies are flawed.
So 0.5%. Weigh that up against what I just mentioned from the Congressional Budget Office, which is a massive boost in GDP per head, which you're not counting for, massive increase in tax revenue, immigrants actually funding the deficits and debts by paying way more in taxes proportionately, including undocumented immigrants. And what's interesting about wages is, I'm in a room full of, I don't know what to call you anymore, conservatives, Republicans, fascists, I don't know. One of you has proudly said that.
Call us correct.
One of us proudly, correct. I'm in a room full of correct people, but do any of you actually care about wages? Because, for example,
I actually do,
For example, do you support raising the minimum wage?
Absolutely, and you can't do that when you're bringing all these people coming into
your country. That's not the reason the Republican Party blocks.
Like, do these people know why even immigrants like immigrate to places like America? You have to understand, not all immigrants are economic immigrants. We have economic immigrants. But listen, let me make this clear. When you go to someone's country and then you tell them that, listen, America is the greatest place on the earth, and America will bomb your country, destroy your country, misplace you, and then give you democracy. And the people will be like, oh, democracy is a good thing. So after you bomb our country, we'll come to your country. And listen, let me tell you guys something. These people that are coming to your country, maybe you Americans, your politicians lie to you and make you feel like you are the most intelligent people in the world. These people that are coming to your country, they are smarter than you. They are intelligent than you. Yeah, I said that. They are smarter than you. They are intelligent than you. Go to all the Oxford University, all the big Ivy League university, all the universities in America, and see who are the top students. The top students are foreign nationals. And secondly, they are also stronger than you. They are not lazy like you. So, of course, they are going to take your jobs. I'm being point blank. Like, they are going to take your jobs till your masters stop going to giving like defense contractors to like the leverage to go and loot people's, destroy people and loot their assets. Listen, you're going to face this problem, and it's growing. It's going to grow. Now people know the way. And you cannot stop it. You can't stop it. And I know you heard what I'm saying. It's hurting you. It's striking your nerves. But this is what is going to happen. Like the people that are coming to your country, they are intelligent than you. They are stronger than you. They are, they are not lazy like you. You understand? So be prepared. Till you stop going and destroy people's country. People will be coming to your country. Like it or love it. And also, the pioneer of bringing people and giving them special visa is your president. He brought his wife. He has 2 foreign wives. He brought them. He brought all their family and gave them special visa. So if you want to talk about stopping immigrant or deporting immigrant, go and deport your president wife, your first lady, her mother, her brother, her families. Go and deport them. Go and deport them. If immigrants are bad, your president will not marry an immigrant. Damn fuck, stupid kids, like, I don't know what to call you guys. Dumbest upon dumbest, the most dumbest people on earth. Crazy ass.
minimum wage. You think Republican politicians don't vote for an increase in minimum wage because they're worried about immigration?
Did I say I voted Republican? Did I say I voted Republican?
Well, I'm in a show that was called 25 far-right Republicans.
That doesn't mean I'm going to support every single Republican candidate.
So you and I, good. So you and I, let's agree. We both support raising the minimum wage. Yes,
100%.
$7.25 since 2009. It's lost 30% of its value. If you care about wages, we should be raising the minimum wage in this country, not scapegoating migrants who aren't the cause of low wages in the country. You know who's causing low wages? Billionaires, millionaires, and people who won't pay.
How the hell people don't know this? I live in Germany here, and I'm telling you guys, if their government try us and say they want to raise the minimum wage, do you know the outcry that goes on within these like a huge companies? They start threatening the government that they are going to move their company out of Germany. They always do this, or whenever the government decide to raise taxes. Do you think do you like these people? Do they know how like the voting system or how politics works? They don't know that this politics, like they get their funding from these billionaires. They get their funding. Do you think Elon Musk will just give Donald Trump 100 million just like that without expecting something from Donald Trump?
Fair wages to their wages, regardless of whether you are an immigrant or a native-born
I get the monologue,
American.
right? Now let me respond.
You had one. You had one with your one study that had a 0.5% impact. Go.
Yeah, and your study sucked that you didn't even know who wrote it, right? So let's get back to the point, right?
Because I don't need
and
to
there
know
it
one
goes
study.
again. The
majority of studies say that wages are not impacted by migration.
The majority of your studies are flawed. That's what I'm telling you.
My studies.
Right.
Neither of us are economists. It's the economist studies.
Don't assume who I am.
Are you an economist?
I could be.
But are you?
I could be.
Are you?
I'm not going to tell you.
Are you?
I'm going to major in economics, right?
Are you an economist?
No, not right now.
Okay, so when I said neither is economist, I was correct.
Just don't assume.
To use your favorite word.
See here, dude, this is nothing of substance. You look at the red flags; they're coming up. Let me get to the point.
Great, but
so
you're
when
not
you talk about when you talk about the CBO, one thing you're not accounting for here is that they're assuming an equilibrium, right? Do you know what that means? You shouldn't make these type of assumptions. You said earlier that unemployment.
Do I know what it means? I thought we're not doing assumptions.
Okay, hold on. You mentioned we were at 4.2% unemployment. Yeah, that's counting people who have part-time jobs. That's counting poverty
wages.
Always
been counted.
Yeah,
I'm against poverty wages.
You
Can
won't
we agree
let me
again?
Yes. If you go to the Lookwood Institute, they calculated a way where it's like functional unemployment. Okay. If you account for things like just people who make around $25,000 a year, people who have fallen out of the labor market, people who only work part-time, if you count all of those people together and then add on the unemployment, that's around 25% of the population. So when you go, we don't have jobs, we don't have people to do this, and that, and the other. No, yes, we do. Okay, we don't have a labor shortage. We have a good job shortage. And when you keep bringing these people in, and they're taking those jobs.
The good job shortage is the fault of big firms, employers. I'm an employer, I can say that.
Exactly what I'm saying. Exactly what I'm saying. Like, these people, they don't know shit. They don't know shit.
The immigrants.
Who hires the immigrants?
Yeah.
Employers.
Exactly. So when you bring up these big firms,
okay, so
that's the way that keeps wages down. You understand that, right?
So let me ask you a question. If you got rid of all immigrants coming in tomorrow, moratorium, you think that Republicans...
When these people always say the immigrant, like, do they think immigrants, like can they do the work that the immigrant do? Like, they always lie to them, oh, the immigrant is here to take your jobs. Like, now a lot of immigrants don't go on the construction site. Do you go to the construction site? These are the losers who wake up in the morning, jerk off watching porn in the morning, jerk off in the afternoon, jerk off in the evening, having some weird shit on their phone, maybe chatting to an OnlyFans girl, and asking for feet pictures and all feet fetish and all of this nonsense. And then at the end of the day, because they hate their life, they're going to find a messiah online that is going to tell them that, oh, immigrant is the reason of their issues or whatever that they are going through. Dumb fucks.
And employers of big firms just suddenly raise all the wages.
You notice
that's
how you didn't answer what I said.
That's what you believe.
It was a complete. Your ankles
that's what you
right.
believe.
You pivoted the hell
that's what
away
you
from
believe.
the conversation.
Is that what you? I'm on
your
the subject.
Okay?
Do you believe that wages? I'm just wondering how naive you are. You believe that the 1% will raise wages in the federal wage if we stop immigration?
They will be forced to. When you increase labor's relationship to capital, okay, and you give labor more bargaining power because you're tightening the supply of labor.
This is a very simplistic understanding of economics because you're
explain I'm wrong.
I'm telling you how you're wrong. Because you're ignoring the fact that when immigrants come into an area, they spend money. They create jobs through their presence.
About 1/5 of their monthly income leaves the country.
That's a good thing also because you don't like US aid, foreign aid. So this is
The life of an American racist. Let me tell you something. An American racist wakes up in the morning on the bed that is made in Europe by IKEA, goes in his kitchen, use a coffee machine that is made in South Korea, sit down and watch the morning news on television that is made in South Korea, take his phone that is made in China, sit in a car that is made in Germany, drive to McDonald's, get served by an Asian, come home, sit in his IKEA couch, watch his favorite sports that are full of black people, basketball or NFL, and then this motherfucker still have the right to be racist. That is the life of an American. Yeah. That is the life of a racist American. Sorry. That is the life of a racist American.
The point, they create jobs. I came
that.
into this country. So far, every one of my assumptions about you has been correct. But listen to me. I am an immigrant. I'm speaking from personal experience.
Get the hell out.
I don't even like... I should get the hell out.
Yes.
Why?
I don't want you here.
Why?
Because you come here and say all this bullshit
Why?
about how Americans are lazy.
Why?
You push your left-wing
I never
politics.
said Americans are
I don't
lazy.
know why.
He didn't say it. I said it. You are lazy. You are lazy as fuck. You are lazy. Jack off, motherfucker.
You say this.
I never said Americans
Yes,
are lazy.
you are.
The only person
You're saying
attacking
immigrants
people
have
is
to
you.
come into this country so they can do jobs that we don't want to do.
I
That's
never
exactly
said those
what you
words.
said.
When did I say it?
Oh, really? You
When did
didn't
I
say
say
that?
it? We're
So
on
why don't we-
YouTube. Guys watching on YouTube, rewind to the time where I said immigrants are doing jobs we don't want to do. When did I say those words? Words
You
that
said-
came out of my mouth.
Okay, so why
I
do
thought
we have to
we're
bring?
doing
Why do we have to bring in
assumptions, my
immigrants?
friend.
Why do we have to bring in immigrants to the country if we have people who are going to do the jobs?
Pause. You've been voted out.
It's nice talking to you.
Nice talking to you.
Have immigrants in the country whilst we have people who are going to do their job. How many of you can work on the farm? How many of you can work on the farm? Like these people, man, this is what I'm telling you. They have online messiahs in their conspiracy group that tells them that, oh, they are taking our job. You have to go out and fight them. You have to make your voice heard. Yeah. My pussy heard. I told you guys, listen, I'm not going to be respectful on these people. I'm going to be a savage. Yeah. And I know if I post this speech, I'm going to get people like you in my comment section. I'm waiting for y'all.
You're going to have to go, bro. Nice talking to you. You're going to have to go, bro, is what he said as I left, to an American citizen. Good to know where you stand on immigration. It's not about immigration, is it?
I'm telling you guys, listen. No matter who you are, listen. You will never be accepted in a foreign country. The only place that you'll be accepted is your home country. So I feel sorry for people that find it appealing when Westerners are destroying their country in the name of fighting for them to get democracy. Every country have their own problems. Do you know the kind of problem that America is facing? The homelessness, the drugs, the depression. Oh my God, listen, this is why I end the video. I don't want to go through more of this mental trauma. It's really a journey, but I feel sorry for Mehdi Hasan. Anyone that knows Mehdi Hasan, you guys have to call him and check up on him. But Mehdi Hasan is one of my favorites guys out there, and yeah, it's really fun. But then we have to end it. So guys, if this is your first time coming across any of my videos, as I said, please drop me some likes, and then we are going to make this channel go to places. And this is from an African perspective, and I'm your host, Hack. Till we meet again, peace.